My countrymen, this is Eli Velislao Pamatong, President of the Republic of the Philippines. And tonight I have come to share with you my thoughts about Philippine-American relations. Otto von Bismarck of Germany once said, "There is no such thing as permanent friendship. There is only such thing as permanent interests." I repeat, there is no such thing as permanent friendship. There is only such thing as permanent interests. What it means is that if there is a conflict between friendship and interest, friendship is sacrificed upon the altar of human interests. Now, between the United States and America, friendship is nothing if that friendship, which has been sanctified by the blood and tears of hundreds of thousands of Filipinos and Americans, that friendship is nothing if it go against or if it is diametrically opposed to American interests. That is why, in spite of the fact that we have been a colony of the United States for 48 years, or close to half a century, in spite of the fact that many of us grew up under the American flag, and that we have been loyal to America, even up to now, many of us are loyal to America, especially yours truly, and still very loyal to America. That loyalty, our vast friendship, the fact that we sacrificed so much for America, died by the thousands for America, really nothing if that sacrifice we had in the past goes against or go against American interests. There is no state in America, not Texas, not Virginia, not New York, that can match the number of Filipinos that died for America. We fought for America in 1,000 battlefields. We fought for America in Bataan and Corregidor and died for America there. We fought for America in the cold lands of Korea. We fought for America in the forbidding jungles of Vietnam. We fought for America in Europe, in other parts of the world. In fact, many Filipinos are still serving under the flag of America today. But our loyalty to America, our connection with America, is nothing compared to the interest of America. So it came to a point that the interest of America and our interest of freedom and democracy has come to an end because Donald Trump, a lunatic by any standard, decided that it is to the best interest of America to sacrifice democracy in the Philippines, to sacrifice liberty. The freedoms and the rights of the Filipino people must be sacrificed upon the altar of American interest by taking the side of China, by supporting a Chinese puppet like Duterte. Trump knows that Duterte is a communist. He must have been informed by the Central Intelligence Agency. He must be informed by the National Security Agency about the truth that that Duterte is communist, and that the communists are controlling the Philippines through Duterte. But in spite of the knowledge, clear knowledge by Trump, that the Philippines is being taken over by China, Trump is still supporting Duterte, the puppet of China. Because to Trump, our friendship with America, the sacrifices that we made for America, the blood and tears and sweat that we sacrificed or that we invested for America is nothing. When I spoke before the United Nations many years ago, I said, I want you to know that if America is great today, if America is free today, a part of that greatness and a part of that freedom had been paid for by the blood, sweat, and tears of my people, the Filipino people. And I was given standing ovation, not because I spoke so well, but because I told them the truth, that we have an investment in the greatness and freedom of America. But now that our interest is not consistent with the interest of America, America through Donald J. Trump has betrayed us, has turned against us, and turned us over to China through Duterte. America has betrayed us through Donald J. Trump. Once upon a time, or at one time, Trump said the Filipinos are terrorists and animals. He has so low regard for the Filipinos. He does not have any iota of respect for the Filipinos. He looks down on Filipinos. That's why I hope that Joe Biden will win his coming elections, because that's one last chance that we can recover democracy that we have lost in the Philippines because of Donald Trump. Today, we are no longer a democracy. We have lost our liberties. We have lost our freedom. We have lost what we used to call Republic of the Philippines. What we have is Mayor Duterte's dictatorship under the leadership of China. Because America has betrayed us. I repeat, America has betrayed us through Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has a very low regard for Filipinos by saying that Filipinos are animals. Do not look for America anymore as your source of hope. America is gone. America is no longer a friend. We have to stand on our own. If you want to save the Philippines, we have to save it ourselves. We have to fight to the last. You have to fight with everything we've got to recover democracy in the Philippines, which we have lost already. But we have not really completely, totally lost democracy. Because our blessing is, if any, is that Duterte has still some good memories about democracy. He is not really died in the world communist. He is 99.99% a communist, but there is 1% of 1% in Duterte that cares for democracy. The democracy of his fathers, his relatives, his friends. The democracy of his yesterday, where he was free to roam the Philippines as a free man, where his mother was free to fight the Marcos dictatorship. It was because of democracy that Duterte became a dictator of the Philippines, had a chance from mayorship to dictatorship. That was because of democracy. It was because of his mother that Duterte was appointed mayor of Davao, and from that position, he was able to maneuver himself to the presidency or to the seat of dictatorship in the country. And so, my friends, I repeat, I am glad, I am sad to tell you that America has betrayed us. America is no longer the America of yesterday. We have an American ambassador there. They never invited me even once to any of their parties or to any of their meetings discussing the recovery of Philippine democracy in the Philippines or the protection of the West Philippine Sea. Instead, that ambassador, Song Kim, whatever his name, has been inviting people who are pro-China, like Bongbong Marcos, and the others who are pro-China have been invited by that ambassador because that ambassador is aware of the fact that Duterte is in control of the Philippines and that Donald Trump is also in favor of Duterte. There is marriage, political marriage between Trump and Duterte. There is emotional marriage between Duterte and Trump. At one point, Trump shouted at the airport, international airport, "You tell Rodrigo I like him very much. That bisexual president of America, that crazy president of America is in love with Duterte, who is also in love with Jinping, the president of China." There are many emotional currents at the back of this relationship between America and the Philippines, between the Philippines and China. And so to repeat, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, America has betrayed us. America has left us in the cold, in the dark, in spite of the fact that we fought so hard for America, that thousands upon thousands of Filipinos perished in the dark nights of battle, that the American people may be free. If America, I repeat, is free today, if America is great today, a part of that greatness and a part of that freedom had been paid for by the blood, sweat, and tears of the Filipino people. My people, our people. And so, my friends, do not be surprised why America gave Duterte 768 million pesos instead of giving that to the USAP. We, wearing the American flag all the time, raising the American flag 24 hours a day. But this loyalty is nothing to America. It is very unfortunate that Hillary Clinton lost the presidency. Had Hillary Clinton won the presidency, Eliveslao Pamatong would have been the full-fledged president of the Republic of the Philippines, and there will be no Duterte given a chance to rule this country at any time in our history. It's very sad. But according to Adlai Stevenson, one of the great minds of America, he said, "I'm too old to cry. It hurts so much to laugh, but I'm too old to cry." I can only share my sentiments with you. And I hope that God, in His infinite wisdom, that God, the highest authority, that holds the destinies of men and nations, will give us a chance to recover what we have lost, what we fought for. The freedom, the democracy, sanctified by the blood, sweat, and tears by our ancestors. Our people who fought in the dark nights of battle so that you and I may live forever free. I think I have said enough. Thank you and good night.